Welcome back. The third meeting of the season had promised to be one of the highlights of season 96-97. Round one of the Australian Top Door Slammers Championships. This meeting was also the Golden State Championships. Now this meant that all of our local races could reset the record books. Unfortunately, Mother Nature decided not to play the game, and for the first time in many years, the meeting was cancelled due to rain. When the sun did shine through, though, there were some excellent passes.
The Golden State Championships proudly sponsored by Southside Engine Centre, featuring tonight the Top Door Slammers. Stewie Bond, this Ford on the track now looks super fast.
Not a top door slammer, in fact a pro stocker. The Kostecki brothers from Kostecki Racing, based here in WA. This little car has had its best pass ever at Adelaide Raceway with a 7-second run from a Windsor-powered Ford. Very strong burnout from the car, and the guys would like to see just how quick they can get it to go on their home track.
Well, the fans here at Ravenswood Raceway certainly enjoying this, seeing the Kostecki brothers back at the track. Andrew, the man behind the wheel, and this is the first pass this season for them.
Steve and Andrew keep the car in pro stock trim. Everything they learned about the car racing here at home will help them in the future with their attempts at the Australian Pro Stock Championships. Car makes big RPM and lots of horsepower, and this looks like a good shakedown pass for them and a very strong run through the top end. Andrew will be happy with that.
John Napier in a brand new combination at the track this year, a top alcohol funny car, and Stuart Bond. I'm looking forward to see this one go down the quarter mile.
Well, it's a big ask for John and his team to bring a new car to the track. An even bigger ask is their long-term plan. They want to go from alcohol to nitro. Might not happen this year. It may happen very, very soon, though. You never know with John Napier and the crew.
The car certainly looks the part. They bring it into the water, ready for the burnout.
Well, John pedaling the car a little bit out of the burnout. I think he wasn't too sure how it felt. Turned the tyres very, very easy, showing that there's lots of horsepower. But Napier, I think, was expecting the car to launch forward a little harder than it did.
The car certainly looks the part. Beautiful paintwork on the side of it, and I'm sure John and the crew will be very anxious to make this first pass a very successful one.
Right now, he'll have a lot of things going through his mind. A very experienced racer and used to the confines of a funny car, but a new car gives him a lot of new things to think about. It hasn't quite become a habit for him.
Car's locked away. You can see it from the back there. Great camera angle as it heads off down the quarter mile. Napier's on a good number. Starts to slow at the top end a little bit and gets there with a 7.94.
They'll be very happy with that as a shakedown pass for a brand new car. Greg Byrne experiencing a few shakedown passes of his own at our last event where he beat Ross McGlashan 3-0. Tonight is a chance for Byrne to reset his national record. The car currently holds it with a 6.8. Greg Byrne and Wally Cleash would love that record to get tougher for everyone else in Australia.
Byrne's anxious to get into the low sixes with this car. Into the water. And as normal, a big strong burnout from Greg Byrne.
A different car to Napier's. Napier's car running an alcohol racing engine. This engine is based on a big block Chevrolet, a cast iron block. Wally Cleash, co-owner of the car, standing behind it, guiding the car back onto the burnout marks. Burns has heated the track, he's cleaned the tyres, he's ready to bring it into stage, and it's the responsibility of the crew to make sure he's in the right place.
Burnsy brings it out nice and straight and hard. He's on a good number. Gets a little bit wavy at about 2/3 strip distance and still gets there with a 6.79.
Ian Brown with another top alcohol car, a big aluminium racing engine, 9.5 litres in this car.
Ian Brown's Boston Strangler on the track now, and what a monster burnout. Brownie will be anxious to continue the good form of last meeting, Stuart.
It's imperative that the crew get him back onto his burnout marks. Justine telling him slow the car down, put it in carefully. This car makes about 2,500 horsepower, and if it isn't in the right location, if it isn't hitting the track on the hot spots that he's just created, it's going to be a big handful as he leaves the start line.
Brownie beckoning to the crew. He's obviously got a problem in there. The crew coming forward. He's getting a little anxious. They lean over, make an adjustment inside the car.
It looks like they were resetting the tacho. He wanted to make sure that he was going to get this run on the tacho. And Brownie out near the centre line, a big handful for him, shook the car hard and has coasted through with a 7.8. Watch this from behind, you'll see how hard Ian Brown works driving this car. Gets out of the groove and heads for the centre line. A split-second reaction for Brown to shut the power off.
Oh, great camera work there. The car really getting up on two wheels at one stage. And Brownie still rolled it through with a 788.
I still don't know why they want to drive those cars. Trevor Morrison's supercharged small block altered, also a very, very scary ride. When these cars work well, Frank, they work very well. And when they don't, you're on the ride of a lifetime.
This is the Golden State Nationals, proudly sponsored by Southside Engine Centre.
Morrison's car is short wheelbase, carries the front wheels off the start line, and he has stuck it nice and straight. He's in the centre of the lane.
Morrison on a good number and gets there with a 7.91. Coming at you after the break, round one of the Australian Top Door Slammer Championships, USA versus Australia.